FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go give you more examples of some candlestick analysis to kind of explain to you why price reverses at support or resistance, and just to kind of give you a better idea as to what you're looking at when you're looking at the charts, so you can get a better idea as to what price is doing and why it does it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. We're looking at AUD NZD on a daily chart, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through a couple different points so you can understand what price is doing and why it's doing it. Okay, all right, so we're just going to take a quick look at this section here. All right, so what do we see in this particular section, guys? We see that price is being controlled by the sellers all the way down to this area here. Okay, now when you see price moving down to an area of support, the closer that it gets to the area of support, the smaller the candles are going to get. So the strength of the sellers starts to come down. Okay. So what happens here is we see sellers in control. They come up to an area of support, and then you start seeing the candles of indecision. And that's all that these are candles of indecision. Okay, so this entire formation of candles here, this is all, a form of indecision. Basically, sellers trying to keep price from trying to move price down, and buyers coming in and pushing against the sellers. They're essentially just fighting over price. Okay, so when we see this kind of formation of indecision, we know that we're in an area of support. Okay, and what we're going to be looking for is essentially, when is it that buyers are going to come into the market and take control of price? Okay, so what we have here is, again, sellers coming down, trying to drive price down, and then we have a doji, indecision basically in the market, and then we have this candle here followed by that candle. Okay, now this basically gives us a glimpse that buyers are definitely in the area, and they are not looking to have price come down any further. Next candle after that, we have the buyers again starting to take control of price and saying, no, we're not going to let you drive the price down any further. We're now going to go ahead and take control of price. Okay, and then we have this engulfing candle. Why is this engulfing candle important? Is because if you look to the left, it basically, this candle takes out all of these candles. So if you put all these candles together, it's not going to make up the body of this engulfing candle. So you're looking at, at least 5 days of trading that are taken out completely by one candle. Okay, so this gives you a very clear indication that buyers are now in full control of price. Okay, and when buyers are in full control of price, you can go ahead and get into a trade. All right, now as far as getting into the trade itself, that's something that I'm going to go over in a different video. I just want to concentrate on the analysis of candlesticks, so you can have a good idea as to what is going on when price gets to either a support or a resistance area. Okay, so let's go up here and let's take a look at this formation here. So same scenario here. We have buyers in control of price, and then here we have resistance right here, and of course now we're looking at sellers coming into the market. And always keep in mind that sellers are generally at resistance. Buyers are going to be in support levels. Okay, so we start to have this nice engulfing bullish candle. Buyers are in full control. They get up to a resistance zone, and you already see sellers pushing back by the wick of that candle there. Okay, and then we see the next two candles, sellers are pushing price down. They're trying to now gain control of price. Okay, next candle comes up, and buyers are like, nope, we're going to go ahead and try to push forward, and we want to have control of the price. They do push forward and even further. Okay, but what happens is once they break resistance, the very next candle comes right back down with sellers trying to retest that line of resistance. Okay, and then the next candle after that, we have indecision. Next candle after that, we have buyers again trying to take control of price. Now, one thing that you will notice is that the bodies of these candles literally all line up. Okay, not one candle goes above the other. They almost line up perfectly there. Okay, that's very important to keep note of. Okay, because until the buyers create another high, until the buyers clear this line and create an actual high where the body of the candle is above this line, they don't have control of price yet. Okay, and then we have the next candle, which is now sellers again trying to take control of price. Now, it's not until this candle here, which is the next one, where sellers say, we have control of price now and we're going to drive it down. And why do I say that the sellers have control of price? This is very simple. It's because they created a new low. So they went ahead and created a new low on the body because they passed the body of the previous low that was here, which was this indecision candle. Okay, so sellers made a new low here. Because they made a new low, they now have control of price. All right, and if you were thinking about trading this would be the time to get into it, because that at that particular moment there, the sellers would have control of price. How would you trade that, you may ask? You can go ahead and enter the trade at right here. You can either enter it here or you can enter it as soon as they create the low. Now, the higher that you enter, the more risk that you're taking, because you don't know yet who's in control of price. That's why I always recommend to just wait for this candle to fully print, and that way you have assurance that the sellers do have control of price, and then you can come in on the next candle, and then you would have this engulfing candle. Okay, so that's that particular example. Let's take a look at another one here. So in this example, again, sellers have control of price. They're driving price down, and then they get to an area of support. Now, with this candle here, you can see that already buyers were trying to get in and push price up, because you can see that this has a very long wick at the end of it, the next two candles, right? So that tells you that price started here, it went up, so buyers drove the price up, but ultimately sellers won this candle and drove price further down. Okay, now on the next candle, we see that it started here, but you know what? Buyers came into the market, they actually drove price back up, but the sellers fought again and they drove price a little bit down. right? Next candle is where the fight begins. We have a complete indecision candle here. So nobody has control, right? They're fighting over control. So always ask yourself, who has control of price? Who has control of price? Buyers or sellers? If you don't know who has control of price, then you do not want to take the trade. Okay? So if you don't know who's in control, don't take the trade. Next candle comes up and sellers are still here trying to fight. Next candle, sellers are still there fighting to drive price back down. Now here is the interesting part about these two candles, is that if you put these two candles together, right, they would fit inside of the body of this blue candle. Okay, now because of that, that tells us that we have a reversal pattern forming, because we have two candles separated, but if you put them together, it's the same exact size of the previous bullish candle. Okay, so essentially we would want to get in either on this candle once the buyers pass the previous candle, or in reality we want to get on this candle, because this candle here tells you who has control. Okay, and that's buyers. So on this candle here, you'd be like, okay, buyers now have control of price. They've completely created a new high. They've completely created a new high, and they have control now. Okay, so that right there would be the candle to get in on, would be this right here, because you clearly know that the buyers have control of price. All right, cool. Guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you in understanding what you're looking at when price action moves into an area of either support or resistance. The main aspects that you want to know is the fact that when you get into an area of support or resistance, price tends to stall because it is getting into that particular zone. Okay, at that point, we just want to analyze and let the candles tell us the story of what is going on and what's happening and who has control. Okay, if you trade the smaller time frames, by all means, I did this on a daily, but please, go to the 4-hour charts, go to 1-hour charts, but if you trade the higher time frames, daily, 12-hour, 8-hour, 6-hour, 4-hour charts, you can get a really good idea as to a further breakdown of the candles themselves, and you can see what's really going on. If you trade the smaller time frames, so for example, like a 4-hour and a 1-hour time frame, then by all means flip between the two time frames so you can get the different picture or the different story of the candles at that area of either support or resistance. Understanding the story that the candle and the price action is telling you is going to be vital, and it's a key factor in you being successful in the markets and making sure that you can get into a correct trade and not get stopped out because you entered in a trade that was bad. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than happy to help. You can reach us in our Telegram group. The link will be in the description below the video, or our Facebook group. If you need any more information, you can please just visit fxntrading.com. A lot of free content on the website that you have access to whenever you like to. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your week of trading, guys.